Aê, bora pra mais uma livezinha na conta da Ásia. E aí, pessoal, beleza? Ah, é, né? Já peguei tudo. Missão lendária? Hum.
Ad Astra.
Bom, vamos lá fazer missão então, né?
Finally. I almost fell asleep waiting.
Eita.
As usual, my predictions are correct. You, yes you, come with me.
Do nada.
Are you some sort of door-to-door fortune teller? Sorry, but we're not really interested.
You're not from this world, are you?
How do you know about that?
How? Because I'm a master of true astrology. If you've no other questions, let's be off.
Bora.
Fine. I'll exercise a little patience and explain. I am astrologist Mona Magistus, but considering that it is most rude to misremember names, I allow others to call me Mona. I am on a mission from my master to retrieve a certain box from Mondstadt.
A caixa de
It was part of an
Mondstadt.
agreement she made with a friend 50 years ago. But she isn't as spry as she used to be, so now it's up to me.
E aí, João, beleza?
Sure, what
Bom
getting
dia,
some
mano.
box back has to do with us. Why do you need us to come along?
Well, that's because I would also like to take on the guardian of the box.
Enfrentar o guardião
My
da
master and
caixa.
her friend contended in the mystic
Isso,
battle
aqui é o
with
servidor
the
da
gods
Ásia.
and clear victor. If I triumph here, then I will show myself to be. What are you talking about? The main thing here is to use this chance to prove the power and status of astrology.
Poder do prestígio da
Now, from my
astrologia.
predictions, I know that my master's friend has left Mondstadt, leaving her successor as the current guardian of that box. Like me, that successor must also be one who has surpassed their teacher. I must not be careless. but I would prefer to assure my victory in this contest, and upon giving it some thought, you came to mind.
How did he get involved in this anyway?
The knowledge passed down to me from my master must be passed on in turn. If I were to bring my disciple to meet her, then the lead is already mine, no? And you are Mondstadt's great hero, my equal in status, so... Come on, you don't actually have to become my disciple. You just need to
Não precisa fingir.
something in it for you as well, should you come with me to get that box. Once I meet that successor and have a chance to exchange knowledge with them, I should be able to read your fate more accurately. Then I will have answers for you, even regarding such distant and foggy matters as gods and kin.
That does seem much faster than searching the land country by country.
A wise decision. That said, I would like to pay a certain place a visit before we go.
Então vamos, né? Além das Estrelas, ato 1. Vai começar. Monte Tianheng. Deixa eu ver uma coisa aqui. Acho que eu deixei sem som aqui. Mas você tá jogando na Ásia também? Mas eu também tô numa missão aqui, ó.
The owner has always been good to me, so I'd like to say a farewell before I set off.
Não libera entrar em outro mundo. Então, tem que fazer as missões primeiro. Ué, parece que chegou e-mail aqui. O que é esse e-mail? Ah, tá. Check-in diário. Você faz check-in diário também ou não? Faz, tem que fazer todo dia, né? Senão... Só até pegar as gemas depois, é tudo prêmio, sei lá, que você pode farmar aí catando no mundo. O mais importante são as gemas. Senhor Zulu.
Mona, you've come at just the right time. Did you see a jade ring while you made your way here?
Anel de Jade.
Jade ring. Can't say I have.
E aí, Marcos, beleza? Bom dia.
The ring was given to me by my mother.
Esperando a Yelan? Ah, eu nem tô tão hypado assim, não. Mais tranquilo.
That should be no trouble with Mona here. She's really good at astrology.
Absolutely not. Astrology is meant to be used to gain insight into reality and observe destiny itself. It's certainly not for such mundane affairs.
But didn't you say that the owner here's been good to you?
This is a matter of pride and one's state of mind. If an astrologist thinks that their arts can solve all problems, they will be forsaken by the star.
Proletar estrelada. Aí falou de dinheiro, ela muda, né?
The power to guide and will not be able to pierce the fog of the unknown before them. Principles are principles.
Such a powerful ability, and you don't use it to earn a living? What a shame.
Well, I was going to put up 20,000 Mora as compensation.
Nossa, 20 mil Mora.
If you were willing.
A cara dela, mano. O que é esse olhar lá?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking that the person who finds that ring must be lucky indeed to be able to earn 20,000 Mora just like that. Yes, of course. Still, the owner's business has had it pretty hard. It must be a truly extraordinary ring to be worth spending this much more to find.
Aham.
It wouldn't be right for us to leave like this, so let's help to search for it. There may be other means we can employ besides astrology.
Oh, Paimon knows where this is going.
I know. I'll leave this one to you. This is the first mission I'm giving you as your
Deixa isso pra
master.
você. Folgada, né? Primeira missão que ele deu como mestra. Oxi.
Since it was swallowed up by a slime, maybe we can use elemental bait to lure all the nearby slimes to us. You remember the stuff we helped Master Diluc make? And Paimon actually kept a small amount. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Seems like you already have a plan.
Yep, we'll be back in a jiffy.
Voltaremos em um instante, né? A pessoa folgadinha, né?
The elemental bait's really strong. It will attract all the slimes in the area.
Vamos ver.
Even if they're just slimes, they can be dangerous together, so we
Vou usar
must
aqui.
prepare
Deixa eu dar uma
ourselves.
olhada aqui primeiro. Colocar a isca. Cadê os bichos? Nossa. Ué, caiu os drops ali?
Incoming. Let's light it up.
Found it! This must be the ring!
Deve ser.
So pretty! Paimon wasn't having any bad thoughts?
Vamos lá. Anelzinho bugado. Senhor Zul.
That's the one.
You actually found it. Not bad, Mr.
Not
Shu.
bad,
You
not
must
bad.
take care of such precious things a bit better. You might not be so fortunate next time.
You're absolutely right. How would I have faced my family if I had lost the 253rd ring my mother gave me?
Nossa, nossa, mano, olha o número, velho. O anel que a família dele perdeu.
Let me explain. My family owns 3 jade mines, and in order to ensure that I would be able to find myself a good wife, my mother had many jade accessories made as heirlooms. I think there might be over 500 of them.
Then why would you
Nossa.
feel the need to set up an inn here?
Well, inheriting the family business too early unavoidably made things boring. Thank you, all the same. Here's the Mora, as agreed. Please take it.
Then I'll take it gladly.
Oxi.
But we did all the work!
disciple should act like one. How can they steal their master's thunder?
As ideias.
Exactly.
Well, you need to start practicing now. If my rival is as smart as I think they are, they will figure you out in a heartbeat.
Ih, tá com fome.
What was that rumbling sound?
Oh, right. You mustn't have eaten in days. I'm very sorry. I forgot that you have no...
That didn't happen. Forget it. Well, I suddenly feel that you have indeed contributed to our good fortune. I say we spend this money on treating you to a fine meal. If we travel north, we'll reach the Wongshu Inn. I hear the food there is really good, so let's go try it out. No need to thank me. I'm just doing as a good master should.
Did she say she was treating us? Is Paimon hearing things? She's such a good person. Let's have ourselves a great meal.
A Paimon viaja. Paimon. Parimon. Claro. Agradando os clientes. Ué. Não tá, né? Não tá, né? Vambora. Fica lá na pousada Wangshu. Hangshu. Pousada Hingshu. Tá lá embaixo, né? Madame Queen.
Since it's Mona's treat, we can order whatever we want, right?
Of course. I am a most generous master after all. But only if you can finish it all. Wasting food simply will not do. Excuse me, what would you like to order?
O que eu pedi?
Though tofu could not be a more ordinary ingredient, it and crab roe are truly a match made in heaven. It's one of our specialties. These are made using large succulent shrimp wrapped in crispy fried potatoes.
Bons, e aí a casa? Bom dia. Tudo bem? Deixa eu mostrar de 100%. Precisei de uma semana para me recuperar. Ô louco, como assim? Abalone.
Abalone made from vegetarian ingredients. It's just as good as the real thing. This is a favorite among our regulars. Bamboo shoots, meat, and ham are cooked together, creating a richly flavored soup. Pour a few spoonfuls into each bowl of rice you eat. You'll never get enough of it.
All of them?
Todos.
We only have 3. No, 2.5 people? Isn't that too much food?
Caraca. Oxe, a Paimon nem pediu, ela falando.
Chili chicken and jewelry soup, please.
Sure. And is there anything else you'd like to order, ma'am?
I'd just like to ask, how much do the current dishes cost in total?
Around 20,000 mora.
Then, I'll just have some vegetarian noodles, please.
All right. A bowl of vegetarian noodles, was it?
Perdi deixar ele na Zuma 100%. Caraca. Bom dia, Yasmin. Tudo bem?
Paimon
Hoje foram 100 gemas do evento, amanhã são mais 100 da compensação. Eu nem peguei ainda. 100 gemas do evento? Ah tá, do evento de caixinha, né? É verdade. Perdi um macarrão vegetariano.
Because she actually doesn't have money?
I heard that. I said I was treating. How could I be rattled by something as mundane as Mora? An astrologist's mind is set on studying the stars.
Bom dia, Valdinei, beleza?
By such banal.
Nazuma já tá 100%? Aí sim. Explorou bastante.
Act of overly gratifying oneself using Mora. It is both vulgar
Olha o estômago roncando.
and dangerous.
É danger.
So, not eating the dishes we ordered is also part of an astrologist's pride? Paimon doesn't get it. But
Eita, o que aconteceu?
that only we got to feast. Oh, yes, we can do that. Just give us a minute.
Tá esperando Sumero? Eu tô guardando gema também.
Use more to fulfill your desires. So it's fine as long as you're not buying anything, right?
E agora? Ah, tem que subir lá em
Follow
cima.
the kitchen from the innkeeper.
Acho que era mais fácil ter usado o teleporte, né? Eu tenho que fazer a missão pra completar aqui também essa estrutura aqui. Sumero.
Don't blink.
O que foi que aconteceu, Yasmin?
Howdy. Please.
We'd
Hello.
like to borrow
How
the
may I
kitchen
help you?
wheel.
Ah, I see. In that case, sure. As long as you
Preparado
prepared
seus
your own
próprios ingredientes, se
feel
quiser à
free to
vontade
use the
para usar a
kitchen.
comida.
If I may,
Beleza.
you must be well versed in the art of cooking, yes?
Eita, o que você tem?
Talented indeed.
Doente
From your
como?
clothes,
Qual os
you're most likely
sintomas?
not from around these parts. But since you've come to Liyue, would you like to try making Liyue style cuisine? I have a recipe for golden crab with me. It's a Yue
Faltou
cuisine
hoje.
classic. It's crab meat that's been rolled in flour, deep.
Melhoras aí.
Crab. Golden crab, golden crab. Then let's get to it.
Caranguejo dourado.
With your skills in the kitchen, this'll be.
Isso se eu tiver caranguejo, acho que eu nem tenho mais. O que é esse aqui? Ah, tá, o fogão dos adeptos. É aqui. Receita caranguejo dourado. Caranguejo dourado. Vamos lá. Será que eu... Cadê? Caranguejo dourado. Bom dia, Wederson, beleza? Fazer 2. Pronto. Aí. Vambora. Vamos embora.
There's no need to spend all that effort on me. I'm not in dire need of food. I am a little hungry.
Estou com um
but
pouco de
it's not a
fome.
big deal.
Aham. Não é nada demais. O estômago só tava saindo ali, né? Olha lá.
This aroma is... Wow, it's incredible.
It's incredible. Nossa, tem hora que esse negócio aqui automático é bugado, mano.
Fine. Since since my disciple has put in so much time and effort, I must, with... This golden crab is too delicious. I have never eaten anything this good in my life. I never knew that my disciple was this skilled. As I see that it's no boast to call them Liyue's delicacies. I suppose it wasn't too much to spend all this Mora on. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Now that we've eaten and drank our fill, we should be off. If we travel north from here, we should reach the stone gate.
Pois é.
There we will be within the boundaries of Mondstadt. What deep mysteries shall we acquire knowledge of? I'm looking forward to it.
Fisgada R5, eu nem fiz a R1 ainda. Na verdade eu nem fiz a fisgada, né? Ué. Onde que é agora? Ah, ali. Fisgada R5. Cara, eu não quero ver pescaria tão cedo, mano. Pior que eu tenho que fazer essa lança também, mas sabe... Nossa, só de pensar que tem que pegar os peixes lá, cara. E como... Se fosse um outro estilo de gameplay pra pegar os peixes, tudo bem. Mas no mouse, cara, ficar clicando que nem louco. Vocês já perderam o mouse na pescaria ou não?
That was tiring, but we're finally in Mondstadt. The quest to plumb the wondrous depths of knowledge is indeed arduous.
Fazer conhecimento. Na verdade, o pai não está cansado.
That's because you float.
É porque você pode flutuar.
Well, it doesn't look like an astrologist is all that amazing either.
That's because you have too many unrealistic fantasies about astrology.
Are you also resting your feet here?
Who are you?
Jogando no celular?
Oh, my brothers and I are all merchants.
Cara, no mouse é um negócio...
And we're
Nossa.
preparing to head back to Mondstadt. You look rather tired. The cart we hired will be coming in a while. What say you to coming? Let's go then. We can make conversation along the way. The more the merrier.
There's no need. Now shoo, get out of our way.
Miss, is there something wrong?
Cease your pretensions, bandit. Picking up people on the road who appear vulnerable, robbing them blind once they've gotten on the cart, and then taking them to some Archon-forsaken place. Is that your deal?
What are you saying? We came over here to make conversation, and this is how we're rewarded? With insults? If you don't want to get on, don't. Crazy.
Meu Deus, Star.
Well,
Star
then,
Del Valle.
shall I tell you now which objects
Ô
you
Ederson, todo mundo fala desse jogo, cara. Eu nunca joguei, mano. Todo mundo fala, velho. Diz que esse foi um dos jogos aí que mais vendeu também, né? É caro? Bateu recorde, não sei do que aí. Ah. You.
I don't know how you found out, but as long as we get rid of you, no one will have to know.
Livremos de você. Cuidado, mano.
Don't fret, it's just a few bandits.
E aí, Edu? Bom dia, mano. Tranquilo?
You said earlier that there was nothing
Bom dia,
amazing
Raquel.
about
Beleza?
astrologists. Well then,
Como é que vocês
this is a
estão?
good time to show you what your master can do.
Agora é hora, hein? Ah, lendária Mona.
Let me scry.
Ah. Ih. O bicho caiu na vala. Tem mais um aqui em cima. Eita, enroscou aqui. Aquele lá é foda, mano.
Everybody stand back.
40k. É a primeira vez que os caras fizeram essa missão da Mona aqui, que viu a ult dela arrancando 40k. Nossa, todo mundo queria. Nossa, fazer a Mona DPS. Lembra? Quem aí lembra no começo do jogo? Os caras faziam a Mona DPS, velho. As suas habilidades de combate elementares para o astrólogo. Ah, é?
Lies are worthless before astrology. Destiny and truth are written in the stars.
O destino estão escritas nas estrelas.
I can read the gist of a situation at a glance.
But you did hit some bumps in the road.
That's because Tivat's
E aí,
stars
Gel,
can display the fates
beleza?
and truths of this world.
Bom dia.
Anything related to you becomes like a fog that even I cannot penetrate. That is why I must meet that successor. With our knowledge combined, I might be able to gain new insight into your fate.
Entender melhor seu destino?
Whatever the case, you've got everything to gain from this trip. All right, I'm rested.
Pior que acabou a missão dela e tal, mas não descobriu nada, né? Diz ela que é vidente, mas não adiantou nada. Não falou nada de bom, nada de interessante pro viajante. Só balela. Só balela. Aí, vamos lá.
Are you ready? Don't shame your master now. We're about to meet that successor.
Ah, sim, o diário, mas é que tava com a Cli, não é?
I guess. Wait,
Porque é a mãe da Cli.
do if you have no idea at all, even if you are a fake disciple.
Vocês já fizeram a diária nova, que é bem rara. É uma diária bem rara que se você fizer ela 3 vezes... Tem 3 opções. Se você fizer ela 3 vezes... É diferente, né? Você ganha uma conquista secreta. É a diária da Mona.
I suppose I could teach you. My astrology is based on hydromancy.
Baseada na hidromancia. E como o nome sugere, os reflexos na água, observar o verdadeiro céu estrelado. Observe de perto.
I see. So that successor is a young, female Knight of Favonius.
Nunca fez? Então, é uma diária bem rara. Eu consegui gravar uma parte dela. Assim que eu consegui fazer 2 partes, falta mais 2, né? Assim que eu conseguir juntar as 3, eu vou fazer um vídeo mostrando essa conquista. Mas é bem rara. Talvez demore muito tempo para aparecer agora. Vamos ver. Apareceu 2 vezes para mim. É de Mondstadt.
Never mind, I'll explain in detail later. She's here.
Wow, it's you, Mr. Honorary.
A câmera onde que fica?
I'm on too. You're back.
A Cli.
That's her. The successor to great knowledge.
Ah lá, a sucessora da grande sabedoria.
Successor?
A Cli ficou perdida. O quê?
Right. I am the astrologist who has plumbed the depths of the ocean of stars. Surely you have long calculated my arrival as well.
An ocean of stars? What's that? Does it have fish in it?
Fish? No, don't play dumb. Is this some
Então,
kind of game?
a minha eu deixo aleatória, cara, às vezes, porque você deixa no lugar só,
What you said at all.
parece que não vem o que você quer. Se você deixa aleatório, vem.
But my predictions can't be mistaken. Well, let's make sure. Your mother's name is Alice, isn't it?
Olha lá, falando da mãe dela.
Right? Oh, so you're mommy's friend. But she's gone very far away.
Pra onde será que foi?
My readings told me as much. But before she left, she must have imparted her mystical arts to you, surely.
Mystical arts? I don't get it. Mommy only taught me to
Bomba saltitante. E aí, Anderson, bom dia.
Please,
Beleza?
is the friend and rival of Mona's teacher?
Yes. As well versed in astrology as she was, my master knew only astrology. Alice, on the other hand, was skilled in a great many other mystical fields.
Well, Khalees
Quem será que é a mestre da Mona?
So even if she'd heard this deep knowledge, she might not have understood.
Yes. It seems she has inherited the blood, but not the knowledge. What a miscalculation. There can be no contest like this. Ah, yes. So before
Salve, Vit, beleza? Bom dia.
About a certain box.
Oh, I know
50.
this one. So you're here for that box. I'll look. Wait here.
Ah, o passo de batalha vai resetar.
Not this one. Or this one. No, it's not this one either. Ah, I remember now. I buried it together with my new treasure at Windrise.
Escondeu o tesouro na origem do vento.
Wait for me. I'll be right back. Klee, don't just run off. Don't you need the things in your pack?
I'll help her pack these things back in. You go after her. Looking at how rash she is, I worry for the box.
Me preocupo com essa caixa. Ah, que legal, ficou as coisas aqui no chão.
That box is really important to me. If anything were to happen to it, I wouldn't be able to report back to that old crone.
Velha Gaga? Quem que é a velha Gaga? Passe de batalha. Passe de batalha.
We're here. This is it. Let's dig it up. It can't be. I put a sign here. There's no mistake. Dendro slimes! We can talk later. Let's take them out first.
Expulsá-lo quer dizer derrotá-lo, né? Coitado do bichinho. Tava quietinho aqui.
Found it. It's this box. Glad it wasn't damaged in the explosions. Retrieval complete. Let's bring it back.
Vamos levar de volta. Leva de volta pra Mona. Cleiton, tá nem aí, mano. A pula no meio do fogo. Tá nem vendo. Expulsar, vô. Sopinha de vegetais. Vegetarianos. Cadê a Mona? Sumiu. Ué? Cadê a missão da Mona? História antiga ato 2. Ué? Aqui, ó. Oxi. Aqui, ó. Negócio bugado, meu. Aqui, ela tá aqui. Ah, tá sentada ali, ó. Nossa, mano, eu tô cego.
The wait was exceedingly dull. I had intended to read a book to pass the time, but this one was just some ridiculous diary. Nothing of note in it at all. It dropped from Clee's backpack, so I thought it might contain some ancient knowledge, but... Never mind that. So, did you find the box?
We did. It's in perfect shape.
That's wonderful! Wait a moment. Why isn't it locked? And why is it empty?
Huh? Well, it's because I borrowed this box to store my treasure.
Nossa, jogou fora o que tinha dentro.
Borrowed?
But since you're here for the box, I took all my treasures out. That's why it's empty.
You used it to store your things? Then where are the original contents of the box? That's what I want.
Oh, you want the thing that used to be in the box? You should have said so.
You haven't broken it, have you?
No, it's not broken at all. It's the book in your hand.
Ah,
What? This. So this book, this diary, is that Hag's... It's her diary from 50 years ago? The thing she wanted back after 50 years was the dark history of her youth?
ah, até ajudaria, mas é que eu tô jogando na conta da Ásia.
No wonder that old woman said I should not
Servidor é
look at it no matter
diferente.
what, or she'd rip me to shreds.
Am I in trouble? It was you who said you wanted the box. You didn't say anything about the thing inside. I don't know anything. I'm leaving. Bye. Well, if you don't say anything, your master won't find out, will she?
Impossible. Astrology can see through all lies. You've seen it yourself. After having spent all my mora to come to Mondstadt, not only have I gained no knowledge, but now I can't return. How did it come to this?
That's so sad. Maybe you could forget everything in that book and then go back.
That's... too difficult. And even if I wanted to stay in Mondstadt, it would be... Yes. I mean, no. You really have no way with words.
Não admite que tá sem dinheiro.
Just have to go back and face your master.
Stop talking about it. I guess I'll have to... I'll just have to stay in Mondstadt temporarily. Once that old crone's reached the end of her days, I'll be free. But what will I do about my astrology research? No, wait. I don't even have a place to stay.
About that, we can go ask Catherine at the Adventurers Guild. Let's see if she can help.
Os caras no meio da chuva, mó de boa.
Guild? Ah, right. You can do commissions for them in exchange for... You know what I mean, don't you? Oh, thanks. Never mind, it's nothing.
Pronto. Sai da chuva aí, rapá. E aí, MLK, IA, beleza? Quem queres ajuda? Conversar com a Catarine.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Sobre a história e o dilema da
I
Mona.
see. I understand the situation. There is a magic laboratory in Mondstadt that has been sealed
Né?
by some unknown person.
Shogun é braba.
Although we have a few specialists who could break the seal,
Eu?
they all
Tô
have
jogando
no
na conta
labs
da
and aren't
Ásia.
that interested in the matter. I believe that if the astrologist you mentioned can break the seal, all right. Then allow me to tell you where the house is.
Onde fica a casa? Dirija-se para o destino. Olha lá, o destino é ali, ó. É a casa com o selo.
The person who placed the seal is by no means simple.
Quebrar esse selo pela força é quase impossível.
Interesting. I suppose it's worth using my astrology on. Let me see. I see. So if you first, and then you.
Quebrou.
All right, it's open.
Holy moly, that's amazing! Now we
That's
can move in with
amazing.
Catherine and you'll be able to stay here.
No need, no need. You have my utmost thanks.
You are?
O velhinho.
Oh, I'm Goth, the owner of this house. I passed by the Adventurers Guild a while back, and Catherine told me about the matter. I never thought this troublesome seal would be dispelled so quickly.
Does that mean I can stay here?
Of course, of course. The facilities inside were just being left there anyway. I would be glad to have someone make use of them. To express my thanks, I shall rent this building to you at the lowest possible price.
Rent? I didn't hear anything about rent, and I helped out too.
Yes, of course, I understand. I am most thankful to you for that. So rest assured that I will give you the best rates.
I mean,
Bom dia, João. Beleza?
Paimon thinks Mona's misunderstood something, but
I guess I don't have any other choice. I'll rent this place.
Great! Then we are agreed. I will go prepare the documentation. Please.
Thanks for your help. Also, well, I'm very sorry, but I won't be able to do what I agreed to help you with just yet. Without the necessary tools and without new knowledge, it will take me some time to see your destiny clearly. But I promise that I'll do a reading for you first thing once I'm ready. Thank you. Our traveling together was fate. And of the good kind, I'd say. I wish you both safe travels. As for me, I need to think of the future as well.
Pensar no futuro. Futuro brilhante.
how is she gonna make a living if she doesn't use astrology to make money? Maybe we should come back and check on her once in a while. It would really be bad if she fainted from hunger and then...
Morresse de fome. Pronto, missão concluída. Laboratório.
Rack it out. I'm doing experiments here. Oh, it's you! I'm currently running some tests related to your situation. I should see some results soon, so please wait patiently. Don't worry about me fainting from hunger. In any case, I figured out a way to make some money.
Oxê. Acabou. Acabou a missão. Vou pegar esses cogumelos filamento aqui. E aí... depois vai resetar. Aqui, ó, que tem mais. Filameno. Um cogumelo filameno. Pronto. Mais dois aqui. Bom. Tô com 120 de resina. E gastar, mas antes disso... o que é isso aqui? Quiosque de Shinjue Ganyu. Rapidamente entra no seu modo de trabalho. Verdade, colega. Nossa, não terminei a missão da Ganyu ainda? Ué. Achei que eu tinha terminado a missão aqui da Ganyu aquele dia. Aparentemente não. Ou é outra? Sei. Vamos ver. Pera aí, já volto já, galera. Vou pegar um café. Pronto, estou de volta. O Vit. Será que o Vit está no servidor? Talvez. Tem que ir lá no restaurante. Como que é o nome? É o quiosque de Shinue. Ah, ali, ó. É o quiosque do Shingure.
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation. And as for the two of you, your presence is also much appreciated.
Sei se sua presença é muito bem-vinda.
That's so kind of you, Huixin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
With pleasure.
Sim, claro. É, ué.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've
Pavilhão
always looked up to
Yanhai.
you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh? So Uncle Tian is a grandpa!
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion
Secretária no pavilhão de
too. At
Yuehai
first,
também.
I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough. But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
Huishin, I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history.
A Ganyu é velha, né?
All the changes it's gone
Isso
through.
acontecia.
The stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huishin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor. Apart from my contract with Rex Lapis, they rely on me, accept me, and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Oh, of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary. Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself. I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get
É,
back to
então.
work.
Adept vive pra caramba,
Good
mano.
luck, Miss Ganyu.
E aí, Ademir? Bom dia.
Leaving already? Paimon's still hungry!
Beleza? Os adeptos, eles têm uma vida muito longa. E eles não envelhecem, né? Tão cedo. Tem mais nada aqui dentro? Acho que não. Esse viajante aqui também, ele viu o que aconteceu em Caria lá e... sei lá, foi há 500 anos e... sei lá, mano, os caras tá aí de boa. Né não? Vocês gostam da parte da história? Essas missões aqui? Aonde que o personagem gruda na parede reta, eu não sei, ó. Só sei que tá subindo. É o Homem-Aranha. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Então, aí que tá. Mas por que que ele é o mais diferente? Por que que ele veio de outro mundo? E qual mundo que ele veio? Sendo que nem fala. Ele veio de Celestia? Mas aí... vamos supor, ele passou lá... não, ele passou por Celestia, né? Que tem contra aquela deusa lá. Quer dizer que ele veio de lá, sei lá. Aproveitar e pegar essas plantinhas aqui. Daqui a pouco eu vou ter que fazer a ascensão do Shinchu. Ah lá, ele veio do mundo do Honkai Impact. Você acha? Você acha que vai ter alguma ligação com o Honkai Impact, mano? Por isso que a MiHoYo mudou o nome pra HoYoverse. Vai ser um universo só. E aquele jogo que ela tá desenvolvendo lá, que é de FPS, de tiro, e... vai ser, eu acho que um estilo anime também, né? Vai ter zumbi, sei lá se é zumbi ou alienígena, uma parada assim. Ainda não foi revelado certinho, vamos ver. Organização. Acho que isso. É, então. Mas é porque eu acho que ela era gordinha, né? Ficar brabo. Essa missão aqui, eu tô confundindo. Essa missão não é da Ningguang, não? Ou é da Ganyu mesmo? Tô cheio de missão pra fazer, nem sei mais. Adormeceu em pé. Talvez a Redentora, sei lá, viaje demais.
Not at all. We've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break, we wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu. Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
Assumir essas tarefas, tá torcendo pra voltar pra fazer as tarefas, né? Não pra por voltar, meu. Que isso?
Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs.
Civil affairs.
And those that are in progress.
Andamento.
I'll take care of the rest.
Tomarei conta do resto, beleza, hein?
We'll do it right away.
Agora ela vai dar descanso.
We're saved.
Agora vai descansar um pouco. Olha lá.
Yes. There's one more thing. I'd like to earnestly thank you, traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled
Conflito
in
interno nesse momento.
right now. To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done?
Creio eu que por causa que tem essas paradas de ato 1, ato 2 das missões aqui, a Ganyu vai ter, né? Ato 1, ato 2. Talvez tenha ato 3. Talvez a Mihoyo vai desenvolvendo, vai desenrolando a história. Olha lá, esse aqui é o ato 1. Já era. Cadê a gema? Eu quero gemas. Quero gema. Quero gema. Vou dar um tiro aqui, hein. 180 gemas. Dá pra pegar mais um tiro aqui. Será que vai vir alguma coisa? Será? Não sei. Nada. Que viagem é essa, velho? De onde é que vê essa miséria? A segunda missão do Zongiri é a da Ida Raiden. Seriam o ato 2? Seriam sim, viu? Pelo que parece aqui, ó. Quando a gente entra na aba de missão, pera aí. Aqui tá cheio de missão aqui. Oxi, tô entrando no lugar errado. Caso tenha as missões lendárias, né? Olha só. Tem, ó, é tudo ato 1, tá vendo, ó? Aí do Zongli tem um ato 2, ó, saca só. A história antiga do Zongli, eu já fiz o ato 1, agora apareceu pra mim o ato 2. Aí, cadê a da Shogun? Da Shogun, a da Shogun eu fiz, mas ainda não liberou o ato 2 não, ó. Esses outros tem ato 1. Todos eles eu acho que vai ter um ato 2, aqui é por capítulo, esse aqui não tá nem falando que é ato. Capítulo 1. Ó, da Rutal é ato 1, vai ter o ato 2. Ó, dá pra mim fazer o do Zongli agora. Acho que eu vou fazer o do Zongli. Retorne à tela de missão para ver o resultado da missão. É que eu já peguei a missão, né? Então vamos lá. Relatórios de observação. Capítulo de Giz. Não, esse daqui é do Albedo, né? Esse daqui é da... Cadê? Da borboleta. Desilusão do ladrão das estrelas. Um adepto do ladrão das estrelas. Esse aqui é do Xiao. Esse daqui... Wang, Paimon, mau pressentimento. Não sei. Ué, Catarina da Guild. Os aventureiros têm uma nova missão pra você. Paimon deve decidir uma olhada. Ué? Que missão é essa? Ah, por isso que eu não tenho as da Ra ainda. Caraca, mano. Eu enrolando pra fazer a missão. Devia ter feito antes. A missão do As da Ra. Missão do X do Rato. Instarote, que era amigo dele. Então, é legal. Quem sabe? Mas aí... Que... Pera aí. Essa missão tá bugada? Ué, Catarina da Guilda de Aventureiros de Liyue tem uma nova missão pra você. Você e Paimon decidem ir dar uma olhada e descobrir o que se trata. Mas aqui ó, avistamentos estranhos, almas roubadas. Ato 2. Mas eu tô aqui na Catarina. Mas por que tá mostrando lá em outra? Ué? Ah, é aqui embaixo? Ué? Que? Caterine. Olha o nome. Caterine da Guilda de Aventureiros de Liyue tem uma nova missão pra você, certo? Quem que é essa aqui? Caterine. Mas se conversa com ela não tem missão. A missão tá aqui embaixo. Tá com o nome errado esse NPC, hein? Mas ali tá falando, vá para o cais e encontre a Sra. Dai. Ah tá, é porque conversou com ela agora que vai vir aqui, né? Mil ventos, não é isso? Acho que é. Milhões de ventos. Cabeça de vento. Olha, coletar um negócio aqui. Pronto. A voz desse carinha em inglês é da hora.
You must be the adventurers assigned by the guild.
How could you tell?
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face. Experienced adventurers at that, I'll wager.
Right again. You're pretty perceptive.
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Di can see what you're made of from a long way off. Alright, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo-woo! That's why we're here. Now there's someone else taking a cut?
Os assistentes.
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
So there is someone else. Do you think we're not up to the job?
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Mines are dangerous places, as I'm sure you're aware. As such, I've enlisted an industry
Braço igual dando né? Ah, sei lá, mano. A Mihoyo é viajada.
Adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis. With a professional by your side, everything should run smoothly. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, he'll tell you its value to the nearest more.
O Ito só tem tamanho só. Parece um bambu. Magrelo.
I'd be a fool to not enlist an expert of his caliber.
You're a fool if you think you found Tevet's #1 rock expert.
Oh? And why might that be?
Because Tevet's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours.
A cara da pai.
Haha! Didn't expect that, did you? Wait here, we'll go fetch him.
Vamos buscar ele. Oxi.
I know that Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
Procure por John Lee. Cadê o John Lee? John Lee tá pra lá. Oxi. Tá enroscando em tudo. Só obserta aí, viajante. O Zhongli com certeza vai estar tomando chá ali, ó. Quer ver? Quer ver? Olha lá, ó. Ele só fica ali tomando chá e escutando a conversa do... As histórias do tiozinho ali.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Ai, nosso último conto, Rex Lapis.
Zhongli, there you are.
Oh. Here for a few tales. I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you. Do you have time?
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone who understands geology and ore.
Someone who understands geology and ore.
Take a look around. Is there anyone in Teyvat more qualified? The requester claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but
Cuidado, eu vou pra pagar a conta.
understands rock ability.
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about.
Quando não é arrotar, é o Tartaga, né?
Enlighten
A Tartaga não tá mais aí, foi embora.
I see.
Eu acho.
Well, then it will be my pleasure to accompany you.
Mano, ele viaja. Ouvindo a própria história.
Despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leading authority.
Ele fica ali ouvindo a história que os outros fizeram dele, né?
Learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor. If we do encounter an expert, I look forward to broadening my own understandings.
Ah, é?
Stop being so modest, Zhongli.
John Lee. Papai vai falar John Lee.
Let's head back to Uncle Dai.
Olha lá, ó. Vamos procurar. Tem que procurar aquele NPC de novo. Bora. Corre. Volte para o cais e fale com o Sr. Dai.
As I gaze out upon the sea, colors well.
Aí, ó.
Uncle Dai, we're back.
Are you back? Alright.
And this must be the friend you spoke of?
É.
Hyman doesn't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
Uh-huh, so you say. Wait till my guy gets here, then we'll see. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Is this the place?
Chegou.
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun Jun. Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman...
Esse senhor é... Quem? Foi, seu nome é John Lee.
Longsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhang Li. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents.
I am sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Testar ele. Verdadeiro especialista. Olha lá, ó. Não era seu plano, não sabia daí,
Where
né?
to start?
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhongli wins, he's the assistant. If Zhongli loses... never mind. Zhongli won't lose.
A contest?
Why, it would be my pleasure.
I admire your enthusiasm.
Caramba, essa foi boa,
I
mano.
must say, you certainly have the look
Mas
of
faz
an industry
sentido.
expert about you. It'll be interesting to see which one
A
of us
memória dele
wins.
deve ser fraca, então. Tem que ouvir as próprias histórias.
Stop talking the talk and start walking.
Say it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking about.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kunjun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when he saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mine.
So, do you have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
Remarkable. This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation,
Momento da sua formação, os cristais capturou pouco de água.
For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately. I hope you didn't mind me flaunting my experience, Mr. Kunjun.
A voz do Zhongli em inglês, na dublagem em inglês, eu acho mais legal do que a japonesa, sei lá.
Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come across another of his caliber in your lifetime.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men counting on you to find them.
Despenhadeiro. Despencadeiro. Agora tem esse teleporte que fica mais fácil pra chegar na missão, né?
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind had vanished. I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
So 4 miners had disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Underground, overground. We left no stone
Isso é
unturned.
debaixo da terra, ele tá falando.
Tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well.
Então,
I'll wait here. Please proceed wherever you'd like. If you come
melhor
across any
especialista.
clues, let me know straight away.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear?
This is strange.
Away from something?
Aí, ó.
Over here. What's this?
What's this? What is?
A pile of shirts, some trousers.
A few everyday items. They must belong to Uncle Dai and his men.
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. That seems right. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes are identical.
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around.
Hum.
Some tool belts.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct. Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items?
Os objetos pessoais estranhos.
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools, but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know.
Bora.
Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues. Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try.
A visão.
Okay.
Estão indo lá pra aquela árvore lá.
Looks like he's concentrating really hard. What's he up?
I see. 4 men.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see anything exactly?
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I can perceive the memories of ore.
Memória das Preda.
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock?
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention. And
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
it depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
Let's begin all this. Observe a preda. Tem nada. O que é? Tem que voltar lá falar com o minerador. Ih, chamei a atenção dos bichos, mano. Ah, sério que essa planta vai ficar enchendo o saco? Ah, sumiu, né?
Excuse me, sir. Are you one of the workers here?
Ah, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please, I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men. I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break, just to catch my breath. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them and suddenly they'd vanished.
Simplesmente desapareci.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What a scary thought. An on-site accident. We should note that down too. Found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Dai.
Essas missões aqui é muito grande, velho.
How are the investigations going?
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place.
Forced to? But...
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo. Could someone have entered the site?
This leads me to my third point.
Praticamente o personagem mais usado como comunidade, nem event. É do primeiro arconte.
To arrive at a conclusion. It was a child that took your...
Pois é.
But there are no settlements here for miles around.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north.
North? Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste...
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot.
Dos personagens mais utilizados no abismo. É, por ele ser do elemento gel e dar escudo, né, mano? Cabe em qualquer time. Ele ainda reduz a defesa dos inimigos. Buffa o time com Mililith.
Alright, Me and my men will get going.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements, well...
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine.
Wait. I believe...
Oh yeah! Where's Kunjun? Paimon bets he's still investigating.
É um tal de vai e vem lá pra cá na missão.
Kunjun, what are you searching for?
Ah, apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit.
Dragonfall. Dragonfall is often used in forging. What use do you have?
I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious. As if there's something I've forgotten to finish. It's an unpleasant sensation.
Oh, Paimon,
Pensou?
when you know you forgot something, but you can't...
It sounded
Goba.
so familiar to... Perhaps
Goba.
I can retrieve some...
Queca.
I see.
Really? Oh,
Think nothing.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose.
Great, let's have a look.
Great, let's have a... Vambora, vambora. Vem tranquilo, vem tranquilo. Ah, mano, sério que essa planta vai encher o saco? Não, agora... Agora você vai tomar, vem aqui, vem aqui. Tá querendo encher o saco? Agora você vai tomar. Vai embora, vai pra água. Uma afogada agora, quer ver? Ih, ficou lá. Quero os drops. Cadê os drops? Tem uma coisa aqui. 40 já. Eita, agora vai vir outra planta. Meu Deus do céu, Berg. Os bichos não deixam quieto. Pronto.
Speed of light.
That was brutal.
You're open.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Dodge this.
Essa missão da jaula eu vou fazer depois, não é agora não. Depois eu faço isso aí. Agora, o que tem que fazer? Só subir ali. Nossa, que gráfico bonito, ó. Tô vendo mesmo, tem umas pistas ali no chão, tô vendo um pedaço de papel. PC da NASA. Brinca. Ué. Cadê? Parece que tem um baú aqui. Ah, esse baúzinho comum. Pegar, né? Ah, é? Nossa, tem a chave aqui. Eu não vou abrir a jaula agora não, deixa quieto, né? Eu acho que... Eita. Acho que é aqui, né? Procure mais pistas na área.
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju.
If we follow their...
Eles realmente passaram por aqui.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Esse daqui vai levantar esse bichão aí, ó.
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Ê, tem que derrotar o bicho. Pronto. Agora vamos conversar com o tio aqui. Ah, você viu um bando de minerador louco por aqui? Não, não, beleza. E Zé, você viu um bando de minerador por aqui? Whatever.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far.
Would say I went too far. Já era.
As far as treasure is concerned.
Falta perguntar só aqui, quer ver? Hey there. Passar rapidinho.
This child.
I caught a glimpse. Blue hair.
And they took this.
Yes, we followed it. Let's go after.
Tá chegando agora.
More footprints. There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh,
Nossa.
let's see first.
Tá cheio de slime ali. Slime e dragar. E esses dragonites aqui. As ideias. Tá chegando já no as ideias.
Those monsters were so aggressive. They must have noticed. My name is one.
As da Ra.
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I came across. I was in a hurry.
I think that's all.
I hope it's useful to. I'd better get.
Vambora.
According to the scholar, the miners were heading for.
Can we be absolute?
A child with a group of adults. Sounds pretty close to what?
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Vejam aquela preda ali, ó.
It looks promising. I'll do my best.
I do my best. Quer ver? É lá na preda.
It's the same group, all right. I suppose it isn't.
It's a good thing we brought.
It feels like.
Be that as it may, we would do well for fully.
Oh, you're quite.
That's not all. We have encountered.
Great.
I left a mark in the vicinity.
Clever think.
Aí, agora?
Wait a downpour. Nothing will get done until it clears.
Tem as ideias? Cadê o... Olha aqui o meu... Né? As ideias. Over here on the ground.
There's a basket lying here too.
Hey.
Judging by his.
Should we?
I can.
Sounds like he's whispering something.
It seems there's a camp near.
Tá lutando contra algo. A pedra X9.
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious.
I'm unheard.
It's certainly a possibility.
Are these? I just witnessed the memories within these orphans. This person.
How he came.
So he was kidnapped. But if they didn't need.
Unless something.
Pirates had enough.
Oh, wait a moment.
What is it? Oh, is it a?
Something for us?
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was so happy when.
Vou passar meio rápido aqui a história.
I would never. These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is
It's beautiful. Oh, and the colors change as you turn it. It's like a different.
But of course. And this one. Huh?
On the contrary. But thank you. I will take good care of it.
I'm pleased you like them. Oh, I see more rock.
You sure like
Ores are the crystal. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off. I won't be far.
Uma missão grande, não acaba mais.
Rest easy. Oh, however,
what's with
traveler. Does dragon
you mean the ore
Aí
that
vai explicar, dose da raiva.
Dragonfall, and yet they are Why is it then?
Yeah, if it's weird.
There are those in the mining trade who
Ulterior
a conclusion that don't forget. We're drawing closer when you're well rested. We should ensure.
Pronto. Pronto.
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results?
There are many Then again, the memories of ore can shift with.
So there's never
Rocks endure.
that makes sense.
Indeed. Let's.
Continuar. Tá chegando. Louco da preda.
Wow.
And there's so many mysterious.
This ancient. Let's conduct. All right then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investing?
Well, there is this stone tower.
Doesn't seem very interesting.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely.
Melhor que nada. Ó, o meme, ó, é melhor que nada.
This is.
Hey, what's wrong?
Just a bit lightheaded. It's past. Nothing to worry about. Not.
Whatever.
Why don't you climb the tree and have a
É, tanto faz, né?
Oh.
When has Paimon ever? Wait a minute.
All of you, come here.
Quick, let.
This has been newly dug.
Is that a voice coming?
Compose yourself. There is an unusual.
Louco da preda. Agora tem cutscene. Cutscene.
Listen.
The missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
That gate. Has it been here all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until they reached the gate.
So behind the seal, there's.
Oxi, do nada os caras se revoltam. Vai lá. Vai embora. Ligaram o aspirador de pó. Puxou todo mundo. Derrote o X do rato.
What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ishtar, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not words. Your life is mine.
O bicho parece que tá engasgando. Errou ainda. Nossa. Vai falecer. Vou comer frango. Então, o Zong de ritual. Todos os personagens de teste é de ritual, né? Incrível. Ó, 2.200 de ataque. 29k de vida. Full ritual. Então, né?
Adventure time. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Incoming. Cut to the chase. Speed of light. Nice and spicy.
Will not absolve you!
Rei dos Dragonauta. Da missão ele não usa elemento nenhum, né?
Be crushed. Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Ishtar. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant.
Tá vendo, ó? Sabedoria dos deuses, destruir tudo que não é necessário. Devastar os campos. Será que aconteceu?
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
Existem duas formas, né? Uma foi, sei lá, dominada pelo mal.
The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes, it was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things that only became clear to me upon reaching this tree. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Ajdaha the whole.
Completamente, mas apenas uma parte.
Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Ajdaha you see there to be a reflection of such polarities. We are a
So there are two Ajdahas?
No, it can't be.
E aí, Rimuro?
That's impossible.
Beleza? Bom dia.
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. That's when it occurred to you.
A frequência do selo, oportunidade.
To strike back.
Conceito Yin e Yang.
The audacity. Are you insane? If you truly are a part of me.
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. Too weak to reincarnate, but strong enough to possess a human. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim was clear. Find Morax.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity and ancient dragonkind.
There would be no harm in it. The decision is yours.
You haven't changed. Then allow me. Ajdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. However, that which is derived of the Earth is no more or less than the Earth itself.
Só que linda história, C3.
The memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But as time passes, erosion ground Ajdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Slowly, he forgot the face of his old friend. Ajdaha, now incomplete, became irascible, aggressive.
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
Não falando das linhas lei.
Which is why you attacked the chasm. Why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountains to mine. Overexploitation caused the ley lines to quake, which brought untold.
As linhas lei já tava aí faz muito tempo.
Erosion made us even more savage. No matter how we struggled, we lost the ability to coexist with humanity. We lost all reason. Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion. But it was futile. Everything returns to dust. It is the natural order, an unstoppable force. And so, we became you. And from your will, I emerged.
final contract. Witness the promise between Deixar and Morax. You can hate me, but you cannot deny me.
No. No!
I am the remnants of Deixar's benevolence, the echo of a contract set in stone. I harbor a willingness to go further, a willingness to coexist peacefully with mankind.
No! It is I, Deixar, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth, older than the mountains and the oceans that decides. I will not swear allegiance to this insect.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot
Parecendo o Vegeta falando.
Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you or I. That which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the earth, then I am the memory of coexistence. Of coexistence with humanity. All powers under heaven rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as jade. Strange. What is this feeling? And all this?
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, heed these words. In the wilderness, snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt.
Quando eu ainda tinha... Eita. Não tem mais nada, tudo 100% já. Então, aí.
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
Sumiu. 120%.
Are you satisfied, Deixar?
I had to make amends. So, Morax.
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun.
Your power is nearly spent.
Ah, perceptive as always.
Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the miners trapped outside the seal.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going.
Straight down to business.
Meio direto, bora. Bora! Agora é só pegar o baúzinho e ir lá fora, que eu acho que vai ter cutscene de novo, né? Esses domínios. Ponto de teleporte desbloqueado. Opa. O que é pra fazer?
So there you are. My men and I found your... We found Mao in a tent at the campsite on Huh?
Nothing.
Cave? What happened?
They're exhausted, but not in danger.
Right.
Bom, o cara tá sumindo e...
You rescued my...
Not I. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue.
You always did have a great...
Curious how swords and daggers are blind. Yet their creators see so...
Ishtaha. I am no longer the Geo Archon.
Mas eu não é mais o Arconte Geo.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. That's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence. Yet, even this is temporary.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived.
Né? Aposentou.
Were it not so, you've brought a smile to my face. When all is said and done,
that day in the chasm.
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness. You came to me not as an assassin, and so I was willingly sealed away.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you. Let alone seal you away.
Hence, my inception. Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. The face may have changed, but the content of the contract remains intact. Old friend, god of contracts. I hereby honor.
É, o que tem pra fazer, né? Rebuildando os personagens. Caramba. 75k no carregado, pensou? Talvez consiga se, sei lá. Nossa, precisa pegar uns artefatos bons mesmo, hein? Com fome já, mano. Vou só encerrar aqui. Já vou almoçar. Eu dormi não.
We have yet to meet the real He was. Centuries may.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote.
Esse cara tá mais novo, cadê a barba dele? Tem barba?
Coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ishtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound.
The sight of a dragon
A Rutal vai roubar.
with a touch, the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
Lessen the ground. Já era.
A 1,000 years ago, Ashtaha attacked the chasm.
Agora ele fala do
Dragonfall was born.
lugar lá,
Despite
do Caria.
he was willing to be seen.
Aria.
But as the erosion set in, even I cannot. The greater the power, the greater the danger. Personally, people abandon, but I was a god.
You still can't.
Call it, I must.
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh, yeah. So, he told us about Conria and the Zhangli.
I cannot say.
Não pode contar. Não pode contar o que aconteceu lá em Caria.
You can't even give us a thread of information.
I understand. But I must apologize. This is my contract.
You mean another past grievance? Like the incident with Ejda? Too painful to talk about?
It was signed before it all began.
How can you be like...
You two are friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears there are many of... They have been eroded by time, but you are capable of those who come to witness. If you take the same road as that person...
Lorazar tecnicamente era para ser uma toupeira, mas virou um dragão com cara de touro. Mas todo mundo chama de sapão. Pois é. É uma mistura, né? Bom, terminei a missão aqui. Eu vou fazer uma resina e vou ir lá almoçar. Fazer a resina condensada para não perder resina aqui. Caraca, 2 histórias. Não, fiz 3 histórias lendárias da Mona, Ganyu. Ganyu estava no fim já, né? A Ganyu está... Opa, volta aqui. Vou fazer 3 resina. Deixa eu ver se dá pra mim dar um tiro aqui. Não dá. Bom, galera, então eu vou lá almoçar. Bom almoço aí pra todo mundo. E à noite talvez eu faça live, não sei. Vamos ver. Se estiver animado, né? Beleza? Até mais aí. Falou, valeu!